In our hyper-connected world, data flows constantly. This interconnectedness brings immense benefits, but also significant risks. Network security is paramount. It's the digital shield that protects our sensitive information. Imagine a world without it. Businesses would be vulnerable to crippling attacks. Personal data would be up for grabs. Network security encompasses a range of technologies and practices. Its goal is simple: to prevent unauthorized access and malicious activities. It involves securing network hardware and software. This includes firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and more. It also involves implementing strong security policies and educating users about best practices. The stakes are high. Data breaches can have devastating consequences. They can lead to financial losses, reputational damage, and legal liabilities. They can erode trust and disrupt operations. Investing in robust network security is not optional. It's essential. As we become increasingly reliant on networks, the need for effective security measures will only grow. It's a continuous battle against evolving threats. We need to stay ahead of the curve, constantly adapting and strengthening our defenses. The future of our digital lives depends on it. Imagine a bouncer standing guard at a club entrance. They check IDs, ensuring only authorized individuals gain entry. That's essentially what 8021X does for your network. It's a port-based Network Access Control (NAC) protocol. This means it controls access to the network at the point where devices connect. Here's how it works. When a device attempts to connect, 8021X acts as a gatekeeper. It doesn't allow network access until the device proves its identity. This is done through an authentication process. The device provides credentials, like a username and password. The network verifies these credentials against a database. This process adds a vital layer of security. It prevents unauthorized devices from connecting to the network. Think of it as a first line of defense against potential threats. It's particularly useful in corporate environments. It ensures that only authorized employees and devices can access sensitive company data. 8021X is a flexible protocol. It supports various authentication methods. This allows organizations to choose the level of security that best suits their needs. It can be used with wired and wireless networks, making it a versatile solution for a wide range of environments. While strong security measures are crucial, there are times when flexibility is needed. MAC Authentication Bypass (MAB) grants network access without the usual 8021X authentication. It's like a special access lane for specific guests. MAB uses a device's MAC address for identification. Administrators pre-configure a list of trusted MAC addresses, useful for devices that can't support 8021X like printers and IP cameras. However, MAB should be used cautiously. Relying solely on MAC addresses is risky. MAC addresses can be spoofed. Best used with other security measures. Strong network segmentation is essential. Regularly update the list of authorized MAC addresses. Think of a passport. It's an official document that verifies your identity. In the digital world, certificates serve a similar purpose. Certificate-based access uses digital certificates to authenticate users and devices. This method offers a higher level of security compared to traditional password-based authentication. A digital certificate is essentially an electronic document. It binds a public key to an entity, like a user or device. This binding is done by a trusted third party called a certificate authority, CA. The CA verifies the identity of the entity before issuing the certificate. When a device wants to connect to the network, it presents its certificate. The network verifies the certificate against its list of trusted CAs. If the certificate is valid and trusted, the device is granted access. This process is more secure than password-based authentication. Certificates are difficult to forge. They use strong encryption algorithms to protect the information they contain. This makes it extremely difficult for attackers to create fake certificates. Certificate-based access also provides better protection against eavesdropping and man-in-the-middle attacks. We've discussed 802.1X as the gatekeeper, but how does it actually communicate? That's where EAP, or Extensible Authentication Protocol, comes in. It's the language 802.1X uses to verify identities. Think of it as the conversation that happens between the bouncer, which is 802.1X, and the guest, which is the device. EAP itself doesn't perform authentication, it acts as a framework. It provides a standardized way for devices and authentication servers to exchange information. This information is used to verify the identity of the device or user. This flexibility is one of EAP's strengths. There are many EAP methods, each with strengths and weaknesses. Some are simple, like EAP MD5, which uses a hash-based mechanism. Others, like EAP TLS, are more complex and secure, employing digital certificates. The choice of EAP method depends on the level of security required and the capabilities of the devices involved. Understanding the different EAP methods is crucial for implementing effective network access control. It allows organizations to tailor their security posture to their specific needs and risks. The continued development and adoption of new EAP methods reflect the ongoing evolution of network security threats and solutions. Among the many EAP methods, EAP TLS stands out as one of the most secure. It leverages digital certificates for robust protection against attacks. Think of it as using a high-security ID card instead of a password. Both the client and server use certificates to prove their identities. This mutual authentication prevents man-in-the-middle attacks. Certificates are hard to forge, signed by a trusted certificate authority. The entire communication process is encrypted. While secure, EAP TLS requires a public key infrastructure. Despite its complexity, EAP TLS is essential for protecting sensitive data. It's widely used in high-security environments like government agencies. While EAP TLS offers robust security, its complexity can be a barrier. EAP TLS and PEEP emerged as alternatives. They balance strong security and ease of deployment. Only the server needs a certificate, simplifying the process. A secure tunnel encrypts all communication, protecting credentials from eavesdropping. These methods improve security without the complexity of client certificates. Managing network access can be complex, especially in large organizations. Cisco Identity Services Engine, or ISE, simplifies this process. It acts as the control center for network access, working seamlessly with Microsoft Active Directory. This partnership creates a powerful solution for managing user identities and controlling network access. Cisco ISE verifies user credentials with Active Directory. It applies appropriate access policies based on this information. This combination provides a comprehensive solution for managing network access and enforcing security policies. Network security is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, with new threats emerging all the time. Staying ahead of the curve requires vigilance, adaptability, and a commitment to continuous improvement. Regular security assessments are crucial for identifying vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the network infrastructure. These assessments should encompass all aspects of network security, including hardware, software, and user practices. Penetration testing, vulnerability scans, and security audits are essential tools in this process. Once vulnerabilities are identified, they need to be addressed promptly. This includes applying security patches, updating firmware, and implementing necessary configuration changes. Proactive monitoring of network activity is also essential for detecting and responding to suspicious behavior. User education plays a vital role in maintaining network security. Employees are often the first line of defense against cyber attacks. They need to be aware of common threats, such as phishing scams and malware, and trained on how to identify and avoid them. Strong password policies, multi-factor authentication, and regular security awareness training are essential components of a comprehensive security program. In an increasingly interconnected world, network security is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. The technologies and protocols discussed in this exploration, from 802.1x and EAP to Cisco ISE and Active Directory, are not just technical jargon. They are the building blocks of a secure digital future. Understanding these technologies is paramount for anyone involved in designing, implementing, or managing networks. By embracing these tools and strategies, we can create a digital environment that is both interconnected and secure, fostering innovation and progress while safeguarding our sensitive information. The journey towards robust network security is an ongoing one. As technology advances and new threats emerge, we must remain vigilant, constantly adapting our defenses and refining our strategies. The future of our digital lives depends on our collective commitment to building a secure and resilient digital world.